right now. One of the cooler things you'll notice technically about the game is just how far you can see and the quality of the textures that you get in the distance. I think you notice in a lot of Nintendo 64s that distancing is a very powerful thing the machine can do, and Rare is just taking it to another step. You see it throughout all of the products that they're working on. Anyway, another nice thing that's going to happen here in a second is one of those, you know, FMV, why bother when you can do it in real-time 3D. So we can turn the volume up a little. This goes on for like another minute. I think I'll cut it off real quick and get into the game. Anyway, as Peter mentioned, there's actually 24 moves that these characters can do in conjunction. One of the cool things about the design of this game was that Rare basically sat down, figured out, okay, here's our character set, what can we do with them? They built all the moves, then they started designing levels. This allows them to do some very, very precise jumps, very precise flies, etc., etc. Let me show you a couple of moves, starting with my very favorite. And if you're gonna, you know, poop them out, you might as well choke them up while you're at it. Anyways, you saw in the video, you can also get Kazooie to carry Banjo around. And this isn't just to run a little bit faster, this is actually a mode that you use to run up a steep hill. So like this hill right here is a little too steep for Banjo. I can show you that by just, if I let him put him down, whoa, Banjo can't handle that. Just like Mario, I have full freedom to use the camera. Here's a nice little peek about how far you can see across the stage. Anyway, as far as game design goes, what you're doing in this game, just trying to run up this path. What you're doing in the game is you're trying to collect these gold puzzle pieces. Some major giant dude has stolen your girlfriend and you're going to try and work your way up into his castle in the clouds. But before you can do that, you're going to have to gather some puzzle pieces to build a picture that you can then kind of fly into. Here's one right here. Again, as was mentioned, I think, by the developer team, just the amount of animation in this game is just amazing, and it's all being grabbed in real time off the cartridge. It's not like we're storing all these animations in RAM all the time. That wouldn't be possible. And let me show you another one of my favorite moves here. That's perfect. That'll get you through some deep, nasty areas in the game. You actually can also go visit this witch doctor, dude. No, that's not him. He's a bad guy. Witch Doctor guy, as you saw on the end of the tape, will turn you into several different creatures, of which Rare has only indulged me with a few. I know that one of the things you get turned into is... You gotta love any game that says booga booga dow. Anyway, it turns you into a termite. Being a termite allows you to get you into smaller areas, and that actually allows you to walk on even steeper areas than you're able to walk on when you're in the Kazooie legs mode. So I can now cruise into this termite's nest. Work my way to the top of the nest and I'll find myself another puzzle piece. I'm going to now skip around and try and show you some stages that you might not be able to find in the show floor version. This is the Magic Run a Demo version. This is stage 2. One of the other things that the pair can do is fly. Obviously, when you're designing a game where you can fly through big, giant 3D worlds, there's issue of, gee, if I can fly anywhere. And that means you've just kind of taken a big piece of the puzzle out of the game. So what Rare did, which is kind of cool, is they've limited the amount of, limited the amount of flight that you get. And they've done this by these feathers. So you grab some feathers, like you notice with the little number 12, that's 12 feathers I have, 12, 13, 14. Each feather allows me to flap, a flap gets me up, I don't know, whatever, 15, 20 feet. You can only fly by starting out on this type of jumper pad. There's several jumper pads in the game. So I'll get on the jumper pad, and away I go. And notice I still have 14. Jumping off the pad didn't cost me anything, but as soon as I flap, 13, 12, whoa. Sorry, I pushed the stop flying button. Anyway, again, this level you're going to be able to play at the show, so I'm going to skip ahead. This is actually inside the ship that I just climbed up in that level. This is an underwater castle in the level that I was just on. This is a haunted house level, which you will not be able to play at the show. And in these levels I can cheat, fly anywhere I want. Maze. Haunted church, evil skull, the ever popular evil tool shed, dive bomb, another one of his moves. Plunge down, another one of his moves. Whoa, camera not working in this level. There. We'll go ahead and jump ahead to the next stage. This is in the basement of that house. Again, not much going on here as these are basically levels that don't have the game parts put in yet. Just let me wander around and show you some stuff. This was shown on the tape. One of the cool things the game does when you fight a boss, the camera pulls like way out. So there's Banjo-Kazooie down there. You're trying to work your way up this giant organ. Woo! Woo! Whee! Woo! Woo! So you have to squeeze the camera on these levels as it is early. Anyway, I'll show you what I was trying to show you up there. It's kind of a nice effect. Jump to the next stage. I'm in the Giant's dining room. That's actually a picture of the first level in Conquer. There are many places that you can travel in the game. This is one of my favorites, the Sphinx level. There's the Banjo Sphinx. Anyway, that pretty much sums this game up. Hey, who's that guy? We know him. I think I'll let him run off to his next game. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Ken.